Yo, what's going on, everybody? GZTV, and I have homework to do, but just for the boys, we got to talk about the NBA action from last night because although there were only 5 games, a lot happened in those 5 games. I don't know why my computer is doing this. Please leave me alone. Thank you. I don't know why all these pop ups come up on my computer and shit when I'm trying to record. It doesn't really make sense to me. But a lot of pretty good games on tonight. Last night, not like close games, but games that meant a lot. Bucks Sixers was a really good game. Obviously, the best game of the night, and of course we opened up. I knew this was going to be a good game. Two MVP candidates going at it. Antetokounmpo's 40 points and his late block lead the Bucks past the Sixers. Embiid getting blocked by Giannis late in the game, and the Bucks won because of it. So, man, Giannis is doing all he can to just continue to win games, I guess. I mean, 40 and 14. You had 22 points for Middleton. You had 18 and 10 for Holiday. I mean, looking at the other side here, you had Tobias Harris putting up 22 and 11. Great night for him, one of his best nights here in a minute. 29 and 14 for Embiid, 32 for Harden. There's not much they could have done. Maybe Matisse Thybulle could have been a little more of a scoring option and at least got another bucket or two, but that's pretty much that game. They didn't have DeAndre, they didn't have Korkmaz. They were kind of missing some guys. But then again, yeah, Bucks didn't have Nawara, so, I mean, he's kind of important a little bit. Let's move on to Bulls and Wizards. Bulls are alone in the fifth place. They had a tie before for fifth place, but now they kind of separated themselves as that fifth seed, and they beat the Wizards by 13, so a pretty damn good game. 32 points for DeMar DeRozan, 27 for Vucevic. You know the usual. Those guys are always playing at a very high level. Looking at the Wizards, you had 21 points for Hachimura, 14 and 10 for Porzingis, 20 for KCP. Satoransky had 10 assists, so you got to give him credit where it's due. Maybe someone just honked their horn. Never mind that. Maybe Satoransky can be a little more of a scoring option. He only took 4 shots the whole game. Maybe that's a problem. I don't know. It's the Wizards. They're not really destined for greatness this season. I mean, maybe last year. Can people please stop honking outside? It's annoying as fuck. But anyways, looking at the Nets and Pistons, Durant, my boy, scores 41. By the way, I'm in my fantasy championship. So for Durant to have a game like this in my fantasy championships, it's amazing. Nets rally past the Pistons by 7, but man, the Pistons put up a damn good fight. I'm kind of surprised. 15-11 for Isaiah Stewart, 34 for Cade Cunningham. Corey Joseph was a little lacking, but hey, what more do you want the Pistons to do? They don't have the roster to win a substantial amount of games. What do you want them to do? They're only at 20 wins on the season. But looking at the Nets, I'm so happy Kyrie can play every game. Kevin Durant had 41 and 11. Andre Drummond's been playing hella good lately, 14 and 13. And you know Kyrie had to come out and put up 24. Hopefully Kyrie puts up 20 a night now that he can play every game. I don't know how consistent he's going to remain. When he was the occasional hooper, he'd come out and put up 30 points every damn game. So it was a sight to see. But let's move on to the Lakers and Mavericks. Mavs beat the Lakers by 18 with LeBron sitting, and AD is actually nearing a return. So the Lakers are out of the playoffs, but you best believe that AD is coming back soon. And although day-to-day Davis is very injury-prone even when he comes back, it should be a big-time thing for them. But looking at the Lakers, I don't think they played horrible. I mean, Westbrook had 25, Monk had 28. Dwight Howard could have done a slight bit more. I think he might have got injured at the beginning of the game. I'm not too sure. Reeves is always a lacking guy. You can't expect him to put up a lot of points. But looking at the Mavericks, man, Luka was cooking. I saw some of the highlights from this game. Luka step backs left and right, alley-oops to Dwight Powell. It was absolutely incredible. Luka is such an entertaining player to watch. He had 34, 12, and 12. Mavs are a good team, no doubt about it. There's no doubt about that. And the biggest moment of the night, we're going to talk about Jazz and Clippers. Paul George returns. Clippers rally in the fourth quarter. They beat the Jazz by 6. Paul George is back, and he is back better than ever. He is still the regular hooper you know him as. But let's look at the Jazz first, because really all we had tonight was Donovan Mitchell putting up 33 points. Royce O'Neal, again, it's a liability. If he can't score double digits, it's going to be hard for this This Jazz seem to win much more games, especially in the playoffs. But we're looking at the Clippers. Reggie Jackson, even with Paul George on the court, give credit where it's due. He's still able to hoop. He put up 21 points, 34 for Paul George, 50% from the field, 67% from three. Amazing. I'm out. I gotta go do some homework. I don't know why I made this before I did some homework, but I do it for the boys. Looking at tonight's games, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 games tonight. You guys might want to watch them. It's going to be an action-packed night. I probably will see you guys tomorrow. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, this has been GZTV, giving you guys the best sports content on the internet. I'll give that to Kenny Beecham. Kenny Beecham does a really good job. Today, though, we have NXT for our Universe mode, and then we have My Rise Episode 3. So you guys do not want to miss it. A lot of cool storylines going on in those two modes. Pretty much WWE for the rest of the day. I would stream Fortnite, but I'm not too sure about it. But